Hi everyone, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today my camera is currently having a little bit of malfunction, hence you can't really see my face, but I've inserted my picture right here. So if you do not know who I am, hi, I am Miss Allison, and today I am sharing with you on another new video on 5 ways that you could use to fail an English essay. Of course, I mean this not trying to be sarcastically asking you to fail your English essay, but I'm telling you what are the common mistakes that students tend to do and that cause them to fail their English essay. So if you found this essay extremely helpful, feel free to like, comment, share to your friend, and be sure to reach out to me via my IG account on Teacher Allison Fang or either Smart English. So let's get started. So what is the first way that you can fail an English essay? When you do not check for any of your spelling errors. For me as a teacher, I've been teaching for more than 5 years. I read a lot of English essays written by students who scored A plus or student who hasn't scored A yet. I realized that one thing they do is that they never ever check for their spelling errors because they say, teacher, there's no time, teacher, no need, because my English is good enough, I don't need to double check. But if you want to score well, you do not want to fail your English essay, then you must check for English error. The difference between 1 mark is you either get 39 marks, which is fail, or you get 40 marks, which is pass. Because in Malaysia, marking standard 39, below 40 is fail, above 40 is pass. The difference between one spelling error is that you either fail or you either pass. Or the difference between one spelling error is you either get 79 marks or you get 80 marks. It is either A or it's either B. So always check for spelling errors. So as a teacher, recently, I stumbled upon these 2 spelling errors. The first one is called, furthermore, businesses are flourishing these few months. However, this student, she has written it incorrectly. It's not furthermore, it is furthermore. Am I right? So learn to double check your spelling in case of spelling errors. As the saying goes, prevention is always better than cure. And another one, there was a noticeable change after we changed our routine. However, the spelling error is wrong. You should have written, there was a noticeable change after we changed our routine. So it is the little things that makes the difference when it comes to an essay, when it comes to a sentence. So the first way to fail your English essay is not checking your spelling errors. So these are the most common spelling errors and wrong spellings that I often encounter in my students' essays. Words like calendar, deteriorate, disappear, especially beginning and also definitely. So actually the real spelling should look like this: calendar, deteriorate, disappear with 2 P's, beginning with 2 N's, and definitely is Nitely, definitely. So these are the words that I often see students make a mistake about. So I hope by watching this video, you have a better awareness. So the solution to this problem is learn to double check your entire essay after writing your entire essay. Always do a double checking, especially if you're having an important exam, PT3, or maybe a trial exam, or maybe even SPM. You must double check. In Chinese, they call it as 细节决定成败. So learn to check on your details. Details are important. All right. So this is the first way how you could fail your English essay. So for the second way, how would you fail your English essay is when you do not know the format of grammar. So I'll break it down into 2 essays. In every essay, there's either only story essay or factual essay. Story is something that happened in the past. It has already happened to the character. Hence, you must use past tense. But you have to understand that some essays, students like to add conversation, like what did the character say to his mother at that moment. So whatever the character said at that moment, he must use present tense. Later, I'll show you an example. So for story essays wise, know your format. It is 90% past tense. And if you, however, will want to add a conversation, only use present tense. All right. So for the next essay is factual essay. As you can see, factual, what is factual? Factual meaning F-A-C-T. F-A-C-T. Fact is something that is truth, that is real. For example, water is important, right now. We need water for the rest of our lives, no matter how old we get or no matter what happens. You can't say water was important. No, even up till now, I'm talking to you, water is still important. Hence, you must use 70% present tense, all right? And sometimes when you're writing factual essay, you'll play around with your sentence to sound much more professional. Hence, you must use past participles. Past participles are not past tense. Past participles is when someone wants you to do something without you wanting to do it. So I know that sounds a bit confusing. I'll show you the example. So remember, story essay, 90% past tense, 10% present tense. However, there's a mistake in my slide. I'm so sorry. 90% past tense, 10% present tense. All right. So the first thing, as you can see, this is a story essay. I opened the door to my horror. A few skeletons lay there, chained on the wall. So as you can see, my entire sentence, it is ed, past tense, lay, past tense, ed, past tense. And the final one, I muttered to myself, also past tense. However, because this character, he or she spoke something at that moment, hence I could use present tense. What is going on? Why are there skeletons? Is and are present tense, okay? So let me just do a small little alteration, which is 90% past tense, 10% present tense. So this is the part for story essays. Next. All right, as I said before, for factual essays, you should use 70% of present tense and 30% of past participle, because if your entire factual essay, you're using simple sentence without playing around with your sentence structure, you may not score your desired mark. So 70% present tense, for example, personal hygiene plays a major role in our lives. For example, simple routines such as washing and taking a bath can help us tremendously. These are all present tense. However, as human beings, we are encouraged,我们被鼓励要 maintain high levels of personal hygiene. This is a past participle sentence. You are forced to do something by someone asking you to do it. So you are encouraged, you are forced, you are neglected by someone. So these are called past participles, all right? So this is the second way on how you may fail your English essay is when you do not know the format of your grammar. So this is the second way. Okay, so what is the third way that you may fail your English essay? The third way is when you are not using conjunction in your sentences. Okay, what is conjunction? For instance, you may write, it is raining, we will eat dinner. If you read this sentence, it's not a very special sentence. It's like two simple sentences only. It is raining, we will eat dinner. So how do you write a better sentence? By adding conjunction. So conjunctions are words that connect two sentences together. It is raining, therefore we will eat dinner at home. Or so this is a conjunction. So there are a list of conjunction in the entire English dictionary. However, I'm going to show you what are the most common type of conjunction that you can use in your essay. I'll give you 5 very common conjunctions first. So the conjunctions are as listed in the slides: because, but, although, therefore, and since. These are all common conjunctions that you can use in your essay. Of course, if you have an English notebook, I would highly recommend you to copy this down, because these 5 are the extremely most common conjunctions. So students, remember, if you do not want to fail your essay, or if you want to maintain your A or get a higher mark, each sentence try to incorporate some conjunctions, all right? But of course, if you do not know how to use conjunction correctly, you can always reach me from my Instagram account. I would teach you, or maybe you could even join my free trial class if you're a new student. No matter where you are in this entire world, no matter you're in Malaysia, or in Singapore or in America, if you're willing to learn with me, feel free to just, reach me throughout my from my account in Instagram, and you may get a free trial class from me. So yeah. Okay, so the fourth way on how students will fail their English exam is that failing to plan. There's a very famous quote I really like called, "You fail to plan, you plan to fail." I know this is a bit cheesy, however, no matter what essay that you're writing, you must always list out your points, list out your outlines, because when you write it spontaneously, you may forgot some important points, you may forgot some words that you wouldn't want to use. Always list out the points and the outline of your essay, all right? So when it comes to story essay, you must list out the entire storyline. You do not need to write the details, but you need to at least have a certain outline, like, oh, I want my essay to look like this. What is the introduction? What is the climax? What is the ending? And what is the moral value? You have to have an outline. And if you're writing a factual essay, you must list it out as well, because you have to make sure every paragraph that you're writing includes a fact, an explanation, and as well as evidence. These three are the most important aspect in scoring A in your factual essay. So list out your outlines, no matter if it's story or factual, all right? Because if you fail to plan, you really plan to fail. So these are the few most important mindset and concept you must have when you're writing an English essay. Finally, last but not least, is how do you fail an English essay when you never ever see or saw what a real 100-mark essay look like? All right, what I mean by this is, okay, all of us, we come from different schools. I don't know what school are you in, but you must always see what does a real 100-mark essay look like. A real 100-mark essay does not come from the reference book in the bookstore. It doesn't come from that, because that book is not marked by your school teacher. You have to know what are the demands of your school teacher. Always try to read essays that are written by your peers, written by your juniors, written by your seniors who has scored 100-mark or scored A+. For example, if your friend, her name is Allison, she is in your class and she always score 100 marks for her essay. If you read her essay, you realize that, oh, this is what she written. You'll see the length of the essay, you'll see the vocabularies, the idioms, the proverbs, the conjunctions, the linkers, the storyline, her facts, evidence, and explanation of that essay. And her essay is 100 marks. So if you want to not fail in your English essay, try to find friends who have scored 100 marks in their English essay, read their essay, and see how have they written their essay to get such a high score. If you say, teacher, however, my friends all around me, their English is not up to par yet, what should I do? Okay, then maybe if you want to, you can come and attend my trial class, because for me as a teacher, every month when I teach English, although I know that it is important that you should learn vocabularies, you should learn idioms, you should learn grammar, you should learn to write, but every month I always distribute out an essay called Paragon essay. Paragon meaning a role model. So when you read a Paragon essay, the essay is directly written by my students. They are either graduates, they are already in their school, and they've written the essay and they've already received 100 marks. So every month I will give out a Paragon essay to my students. I'll break it down to them. Okay, why did she or he received A in this essay? I'll break it down to them. However, if you want to study on your own, you have to find friends who has already obtained a 100-mark essay and learn from their essays. Okay, so that's basically the end of my video. I'm truly sorry for not having the camera, because my camera is having a little malfunction. I'm really sorry. So in a conclusion, what are the 5 ways to fail an English essay? I hope you are able to summarize it. The first one is not checking for spelling errors. Not checking for spelling errors. The second one is not knowing the format of grammar. So always know the format of your grammar. Number 3, not using conjunction in your sentences. So be sure to use conjunctions. Number 4, failing to list out the points, the storyline, the evidence, the information of your essay. And the final one, never seeing what a real 100-mark essay looks like. If you have a friend who has scored A in English, read her essay, read his essay, look at how he or she expresses himself, herself in the essay. So that is it for today's video. These are the 5 ways on how you can fail an English essay and the solutions on how you could tackle these problems. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Be sure to share to someone and give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. I upload every week, and I'll see you next Saturday.